What's up, fam? You hear me now? You heard me the whole time. Lucky I wasn't talking. That's right. That's right. I see you. All that silly background noise in here. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, and welcome to the Good Morning, Afternoon, Evening show right here on the Sandbox game. How is everyone doing today? We're going to jump right into it. I know y'all can stop smoking. I don't do that, actually. DJ EJ11. Turns out that's not my thing. Hey, what is my thing is on this show, I am going to be playing your games today, right now, as we speak. It is the last moments that you were able to submit for the Sandbox Games Alpha 2 Game Jam. If you didn't know, there was a 24-hour extension to the timer for submitting your games because there was an outstanding number of different asset submissions that needed to be approved before you were able to publish into the drafts gallery. But in the order in which they were requested, I will be playing some of the games for the Game Jam Alpha V2, some that were already able to be submitted, give you feedback on these. Just keep in mind that at this point, these are final products, right? So you aren't able to go edit and remake these for the competition. That said, if you want to keep your product, if you want to publish it in the Metaverse, we're also here to help you prepare for that Metaverse launch. So GJ Alpha V2 Dream Wheel will be where we will start today, as that was requested right at the end of yesterday's show. Yesterday, once again, was a fantastic show. If you weren't here for it, you should go back, check it out over on youtube.com/thesandboxgame. We had an interview that could be exceptionally helpful to you if you are a new creator in the Sandbox. Some fun announcements. We had some great giveaways. And to that point as well, in terms of great giveaways, some of you may have noticed that I did a draw for the giveaway, right? I was like, hey, put everything in here. And then I closed down the stream right at the end. I came back after about a minute of realizing, as I looked over to the screen on my right, that I still had the things up and I did not do the RNG roll. So I did the roll and I came back and I announced the winner in a very brief, like maybe 2 minutes of making it, just having a laugh, really, you know? So we were chilling, hanging, having a good time. But yes, Maxi McNFT says, I'm so glad. I was panicking I wasn't going to make the deadline. So yes, don't worry, we got you. We want to make sure that you have the full creative control to be able to make those custom assets, to get them submitted. And we've had a ton of people working a ton of hours so that we could get through. So Hodel Hill asks, who was it from yesterday? It was FA over on youtube.com. That's all they had for their username, was FA. But nonetheless, it was a good time, and we're chilling. So yeah. Candidly Kristen said, now I just need to change my PFP so people stop calling me sir. Candidly Kristen, it's my understanding that SER, sir, is a meme at this point, right? Like, it's just a way, just every human on earth is sir, but with an E, right? I see it all the time in those communities that are like heavily NFT, like trying to make a joke and they're like, excuse me, sir, right? Ironically, to that same effect, I have people constantly call me that in situations where I would think that it would be meant to be genuine. So I'm not sure if it's kind of like merging the gap between meme and reality at this point. But yeah, it's pretty funny. It's pretty good stuff. Sir and Mim. Yeah, right? Like, I like dude, right? Dude. Like, dude. Come on, dude. Come on. Right? You may call me Sir. Vpire. Out here. Hello, sir. There we go. See, now, there it is. It's a meme now. It's a meme. I expect to see like 40 animated GIFs with Sir in it coming through in the future. That's going to be a good time. Bruh. Hodel Hill. Yeah, so anyway, we had a good time. We had a lot of fun yesterday. And once again, I encourage, if you weren't here yesterday, to redo the FA over on YouTube. I see you commenting in the chat. Hey, do me a favor if you can. And could you send me a direct message at TheVisionEX over on Twitter? Probably on Twitter. And then confirm with me that is you. Like send me like a little secret word or something, and come back over here on YouTube and confirm that you sent me that secret word, because I need your wallet address. You didn't put it in the form. It was just a long email there at the bottom, and I needed your wallet address in order to be able to give you the prize. So if you could send that over to me, that'd be great. Or over on, you could also do it over on twitch.tv at TheVisionX, or twitch.tv/TheVisionX. It's a good DM for him. But either way, nonetheless, I'll need a confirmation from you, like a little secret word, and then have you say the secret word in this chat as well, so that I know that that really is you and it's not somebody else pretending to be you right now, trying to redeem your stuff. But nonetheless, give me that ETH address so I can get you your reward. Because I noticed it and I was like, man, that stinks. I'm going to go hunt this down. Anyway, let's jump straight into it. We don't have an interview scheduled for today. I'll probably do a couple of those every week. I do have some very interesting people who've reached out for interviews, so we've got some good things lined up. But want to have a little breath, a little space in there, because we've got a ton of these Game Jam games that have been submitted, and I'd like to play as many games as humanly possible for you guys on these streams, so we can continue to work on content, making sure that once again you are ready for the metaverse when it goes live, because the first of these submissions that does win will be able to go into the metaverse before anyone else, from the open community, that is. And you know, we want to see more of that as the rollout continues, and as more and more people get access to submitting these games into the metaverse. We want to maximize the number of players you have, potential revenue you could earn, all those sorts of things. So we're going to make your games as good as possible by playing through them here. J Moon asks, anyone heard any news on the Creator Fund? So J Moon, how that works, the Creator Fund is constantly expanding, and it's expanding based on, I want to make sure the audio is good for you guys here, because I do have the audio muted for the, yeah, it's looking good. All right, cool. So anyway, yeah, we have the Game Maker Fund is going to constantly be expanding based on the sales, whether they be the first party sales, right? Like when we directly distribute lands, all of those land sales, there's a portion of that that's going to the Creator Fund, to the Artist Fund. And then separately from that, all of those third party market sales, like the sales on LooksRare, OpenSea, you know, those sales are going out to the team. A portion of that goes to the team, right? And then a portion of that portion is redistributed into the fund. So when you look at the volume of sales on a site like an OpenSea or a LooksRare or something to that effect, potentially, you know, if Coinbase does an NFT exchange later, you'll see a percentage of that going. So you could look at the, I think it was 7,000 ETH in the last 7 days for the Sandbox assets. So that had a 5%, I think, margin that goes to the Sandbox. So you're talking about, you know, what is that, 35 ETH math? And then the good 25% of that is going back to the Sand Fund right away. So, you know, you can think about that happening every 7 days, and now we're expanding what we can do in terms of the Creator Fund, and it's always going in there. So, you know, you're definitely seeing, you're seeing a lot there, but having a good time. All right, so let's jump into it right away. You're a small boy with a big sword. This kid's got to have biceps, right? Like, this guy's ripped. Look at that sword. Look at this. All right, Uncle. The artifact is near, but the tunnel behind us has collapsed, and they have discovered our camp. You have your father's sword. Defend yourself and get out of here. All right. The artifact. Some coinage. Oh, pick up a little gold right there. Rewarded. Whoa, bro! Whoa, bro! I'm gonna squish this spider, dude. That guy was in my face. He was excited for me to die. Alright. Yeah. Oh, hey, what's up, evil mage? Oh, man, what a jerk, dude. Everything will repeat itself. Aha. Okay. Alright. That's interesting. Oh, hey, he dropped some gold loot as well. The artifact. Alright. Oh, hey. Tree of Life. Healing Station. Interesting. You know what you could do? when I'm looking at this, in order to make sure that we're still kind of in the world, I don't know why this matters to my brain here, but rather than say Tree of Life Healing Station, maybe as I walk up to this tree, you know, a little text bubble comes up and says like, oh, you feel the healing aura of the tree, or something like that, right? And you could take that and turn that into the explanation, well, the healing station, because you're watching your life go up, you're seeing the green, you're feeling the green essence going around your character. So you can get rid of that kind of waypoint marker in that way. And that also sort of signifies that maybe, potentially, other trees that look the same around the map have the same effect without having to explain it. You know, you'd just be looking for that at that point. Okay. Oh. Hmm. Curious. Ooh. Okay, we took the artifact. So far I've been rewarded for exploration thus far. I want to possibly... No more secrets in this area, but it does compel me to go do that. It looks like the artifact, there was an object that you had set to, when it was in a certain proximity, trigger the door effect of that round piece. So you could have it just trigger it once, and then not do that over and over, right? Okay. Escape the tunnels. Small. Oh, I got a small wooden shield. Okay. I wonder how the Wizzy hat looks on this guy. Oh my goodness, it fits perfectly, and it's cuter. It's cuter on the big head, so I'm keeping it. Keeping it on. Tried to block, but I'm too slow. Alright, what do we got here? That looks like the appropriate way out. But this looks like treasure. What up? Give me that treasure, dude. Another small wooden shield available. Excuse me. This treasure chest opened, but no apparent treasure came out of it. Would be nice if that action triggered the next kind of event there. Dancing Sweater says Alpha Season 2 won't be released till late summer to late fall. Got bad news for you, Dancing Sweater. It's sooner than that. Can't tell you when, though. Hee hee. Oh, my cat's excited. Come here. Hey, can you stop him from crying? Thank you. Alright, so, look, my friends, who comes to visit us? You need a key to get through the door. Look around. You can heal yourself on this tree here. I used the lever to open the gates. Once again, here in the text, I would say, if you could establish that the first tree was like a, a healing tree, a world tree, or whatever, something like that, then you could then just call this, heal up from the tree name, rather than say this tree here. It just gives a little bit more like RPG-like flavor. Let's get a little healing here. Beautiful. And we want a... Okay, hey, what's up, Bob? Bob, bro. Oh, I need to give him the key. Yes, yes. Right, let's pull the lever. We got a little jumpy puzzle here. Go, old spider, give me a boop. There we go. Boop! Hey. Morning star. Okay, I don't like the fact that these are crawling around here. No spider egg. Oh, jeez! That was a mistake. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay. That's a big spider. That did not come out of an egg right there. There we go. There we go. Get back, dude. Get back. I am not gonna break that egg. What I'm not gonna do right now. But I am gonna die in a lava. Oh yeah, respawn. Cool. Be careful next time, dwarf. The dwarf is fine again. I'm more worried about you. If you go through here, you are no longer safe. Take care and finish your task. Here, take this. It'll help you. Oh, hey. Oh, maybe. Oh. Oh. Can't take it. I can't take it. I can't believe. Alright, let's see here. Steam Cultivator says, seriously, this has been the most intense week for me. Year-long Minecraft project went live yesterday, and I really wanted to submit a game for this game jam. Alright. Well, you know, the project is live. It's up, it's going. Certainly, I'm sure not finished, because you know how that goes. Yeah, we're just going to put on this sword that's bigger than this kid. He's pretty tough, dude. He's pretty tough, dude. We'll run through this. Here we go. Okay. Escape through the tunnels. This is a large gathering of jerks, dude. Boop! Oh, yeah, these goblins. These goblins. You can't hang. You can't hang against the Alpha Sword, dude. So good. You love to see it. Woo, woo, woo. You roll out and pop. Pop, 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 pop. Roll out. Pop, 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 pop. You guys have played Dark Souls, right? You know. Hey, this guy's really excited about me getting those kills. My hero! Can I use this axe, please? Oh, jeez. In terms of naming conventions, I think, you know, obviously they're not like super important, but seeing it not say Goblin C, but maybe like what their role or rank is in combat would be better. You know, like Goblin Soldier, Goblin Legionnaire, or something. I don't know. Something to that effect. You want to assume they have a name. You know? Okay, we got a little spear, a little small shield. Are they better? Do they look better? Ancient Roman shield, of course, is going to look better than... Where's that spear go? I thought I picked up the spear, but... Oh, there it is. Okay, let's try it again. Let's give him a little spear. Oh, hey! What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Poke. Okay, alright. We're making our way. Oh. Uh-oh. Wait, can I kill the elven? Wait, it says help my friends and I murdered them too. Oops. Oopsies. Thanks for your help. Here, take this. Yes, I helped. I did a help. Oh, here we go. Okay. Alright. Elevation. Here we go. Any of... Oh no, jeez. Oh boy. I hope it goes back up again. Okay, good, it does. Not really any point to me going up there, but you never know. Okay. I kind of like the fact that their name is Skeletons. The gold shield makes me feel like it's stronger. And a little Legend of Zelda vibes. Nice Tree of Life again. Woo! Applied for a game jam at 11:58 UTC. You barely got that in there. Barely got that in there. In game, there are unfinished things. When will it be possible to edit the game after the results are announced? Yes. You can absolutely continue to work on your game after the results are announced, because we're going to have fully reviewed those things. And I encourage that you do so. For those people who created for the game jam, you do not have to be a winner in order to be a winner at the end of the day, right? You may not win the Sand reward prize, you may not have your game published in the alpha, but you've got a product that we can continue to work on and develop over time on this show. So you can say, hey, I made this game, you know, I didn't get the top 10 or what have you. That's okay. Let's work on those things that can help make it ready for the metaverse, because you're going to want to publish it. Maybe you'll want to use that product once it's refined and done like super well as an application for the Game Makers Fund, right? There's all sorts of different purposes. Maybe you could submit it to a future game jam if it's still in kind, like in theme, but you know, refined and better for what it is. So keep hold of your games, and you know, you're going to have a good time, I think. Wagon Eyes asks, what's Joseph's Twitter handle? @TheVisionEX. One word. Hey, I'm looking to get into playing Sandbox games. I'm very confused though. Am I able to join, or is it all closed now? Pop Smoke over on YouTube. You can play the games that I'm playing on this live stream if, over at sandbox.game, you download the Game Maker tool. The games that I'm playing are currently games that are in development by the community and by developers at large. These games are not published into the metaverse. They are once again actively being developed. Maybe they're in a completed state, maybe they're halfway done and people want to get feedback on this show right here. Either way, nonetheless, you can check them out inside the gallery, and you just enjoy, just have some fun. There's a lot of games in there. I mean, we're talking about at this point like probably a couple thousand, I guess way more than a couple thousand. A lot of games. All right. Healing friend? Oh, hey, what's up? Let him out of the cage. So in this case here, you've got the gold coins are popping out of the chest, but like under on the ground level. I would suggest that if they are objects that I can pick up, just have them either pop up right up top of the chest, kind of like right inside it almost, or you could make them fall on the chest where they'll kind of bounce off and land on the ground somewhere where I can pick those up. That gives opportunities for excuse me, a lot of different things to happen here. Let's see. But you know, right now I just I can't get those, so I don't know if they matter, but nonetheless, it feels good when you get them. So let's try to keep these people alive this time. Okay, don't cut them down. Joe, is this person gonna cut me down, dude? Oi! Goblin grunts. Oh no, I don't want to hurt you. Trying really hard. Oh boy. Well, you know, I tried my best. I just gotta beat up everybody. I tried to save you guys. I'm sorry that you're lost. Sorry that you're lost like sands in the hourglass, you know? Okay. Up. Is there a person alive out here? Nope. Wait. Do they just get to respawn? Oh, they're getting healed by the goblin altar. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Hey, the door's open. Alright, alright. Here we go. Any other secrets out here? Desert City Hall. Okay, it looks like you used a couple of those assets, but once again, they're kind of tagged there. It takes a little bit of the immersion away, so make sure you look for those things as you're submitting them. Oh, hey. Do you have tobacco? Do not. Am I supposed to find some? There's a sound that happens when I do that. Skeletons. I like the pace of combat here. There's a little something here and there, you know, you're finding a good chunk of enemies that could potentially get you. For sure. Alright. Okay, Tom. Climb up the trees, face your deepest fears, and win over the eternal dream wheel. Okay. Am I supposed to... Okay, I'm supposed to climb these trees. Wait. Oh, alright. Beat up these spiders. Wait, Uncle. No, don't hurt him. Wait, is Uncle trying to hurt me, bro? Bro, Uncle. I thought you were family. Definitely don't want to hit the spider egg again. Oh. Hey, what's up? What's up, Eagle? How you doing? Can't talk to the eagle. Oh-ho! Oh-ho! Oh! Nope, almost did it. I could probably do it if I went that way, but that seems to be the exit. Alright. Are pillars that summon spiders. Face your fear and destroy. Okay. Hold up. Bro. Oh, man. Oh, no. This is worse. It's getting worse. Oh, boy. Okay. Alright. Oh, okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, okay. I don't want to hit the egg. I also don't want these spiders to attack me. Okay. So I like the frequency of spawning. I'm really not trying to hit my ally. I like the fact that there is this old school kind of game style, you know, gauntlet. They're quite old games at this point, you know. Even the newest one is ancient. I'm not counting the one that came out in like 2015. Boy, I am hanging on barely. Gotta hold on to what you got, you know? I just destroyed that dancing person in spite. It was no... Okay, first of all, that's a dragon. Secondly, I got 3 HP in a dream. Let's go, dragon. What do you got for me? What do you got for me, dude? You look like you want me to be hurt. Oh, yeah. But it can't come down, and I can't go in. Oh, I can heal again. Oh, yeah, dude. Alright, let me come out and hang out here while I'm going here. Fighting mechanics seem a little simple and repetitive. Gloves them. You know, to a certain extent, yeah, I think melee combat can kind of do that. There are certainly a lot of different things that you can do to adjust that. But, you know, we are adding more mechanics, more skills every day. This is an early alpha content. Also, you know, you can break up, potentially a game like this, you could break it up by adding, the same way that like The Legend of Zelda has a lot of, I don't know, I guess you could say samey sort of attacks, right? Like Link doesn't hit with a lot of flair, a lot of difference in the hits, or certainly any different than what you see here. But, you know, you then go into a puzzle here, and, you know, you've got, well, we've added a bomb here, or we've got like a ranged attack section over there, right? So you could do all of those things, but they take, you know, it just, frankly, it takes a little bit more time than I think folks had for this alpha, the alpha competition that we're in. This particular game was made for a game jam. So if you don't know, we have about $250,000 on the line here in this game jam for the top 10 competitors. So games like these can be refined over time and definitely improved. Artimo Romero Jr. says, "Hey dude, how can you sprint? Just hold the shift key as you run, you'll sprint." Okay, regular walking, sprinting. I'm gonna just try to sprint right past this dragon, not even worry about him. Does it work? Not at all. Turns out. Oh boy. Oh. Well, the black dragon didn't have a lot of health. I was very intimidated initially, but now he's gone. Oop. More treasure. Once again, the treasure pops out, but it pops out under, so I don't have access to it because I can't walk through the treasure chest. You did it fine, my son. Come to me and complete the circle. Your uncle is already waiting for you. Go through the portal and wake up. Who are you? Wait, okay, so I said, who are you? There was no response. Where am I? I want to leave. So I like the idea of having these different text options. I would like to see those prompts actually go somewhere, right? Produce some kind of text. Maybe, obviously, you could get all 3 answers if you go back and you ask them. Just some options. Alright. We go through the Ouroboros. Restarting the whole thing if you like, or exiting back to the beginning. An interesting way that you could wrap this narrative differently is, rather than this being the exit, you can use the like respawn slash, you know, teleport style mechanic that you may have seen some tutorials on. If you haven't seen them, go check them out. For sure, you're going to want to do that. Where we could walk up to the Ouroboros, possibly go back to the beginning of the game, or you could have respawned the uncle. You know, it looks like you're going to restart the game, and then, you know, they go like, wake up, and you're like, okay, woke up, and you once again respawn in another place where you were sleeping as this little kid. So that could give a nice narrative bit to this that is there, but isn't realized, right? We just get to the end and it just says thank you for playing. Whereas a victory screen over here on the right side, you could pop in a quest that you completed that says thank you for playing. instead of having it right here saying, thank you for playing, quit. So it'll be like victory, a quest comes in off the right, it says thanks for playing. If you enjoy it, follow more games at your username so you can promote yourself, get people playing your content and loving your content if they do love your game. But otherwise, I thought it was great. Everything seemed to work well. It was a nice bit of challenge in there. Obviously, you know, right now the way that things are designed, you can kind of shield your way through anything, but it was a nice surprise to have these like spider eggs pop out, these enemies, the spawners constantly pushing waves at you if you don't get to the source of the problem. So it does have a little degree of difficulty, but nonetheless, a lot of fun actually. Pop Smoke asks, will you need land to host games? If you would like your land published in the Metaverse, or your game published in the Metaverse, then yes, you will need a land. However, you can earn a land through a variety of ways. The game jam that we're currently hosting, once again, has $250,000 worth of sand tokens on the line, or roughly thereabouts. So you can check that out at medium.com/sandbox-game for more details. That game jam is just ending now, but we've had other game jams where the top 10 contenders are earning a land and sand tokens. In this particular one, they're earning sand tokens, and their game will be published on a land in the alpha, you know, on one of the Sandbox lands. So you'll be able to have your game published there, have that permanent notoriety of saying, hey, you know, we did that. I'm seeing Cody Zine in the chat. Cody, thank you again for being here yesterday, doing that interview. It was fantastic. Clearly everybody loved it. So, you know, I'm still hype on it. I'm still excited about it. Launch Alpha 2, date will be announced soon. I have a meeting on Friday to discuss it. So possibly seeing an announcement as early as next Monday, but we want to make sure all the I's are dotted, all the T's are crossed, right? Everything's got to be working and working well, and clearly be within scope of the target date we have right now, before we want to officially announce, hey, it's definitely coming, right? We don't want to tell you that it's coming and then push it back again, or push it back at all, right? We already had this date set, and we're making sure that the features that we'd like to see issued are issued before then. There's a really cool announcement that people have been asking about that I'm hinting at right now. But nonetheless, let's go. All right, Candidly Kristen said in reply to Rad Condad, Joe trying to break the game over here? At Rad Condad, LOL, when does he not? I do try to do that all the time, and that's the point, right? That's the point of these shows. Can you tell something about music and sounds for those games? Is collaborating in Sandbox projects also interesting for music producers or sound designers? Will's Crate. Yes, it is interesting for music producers. It's interesting for sound designers. You may know or have heard of Snoop Dogg, right? Deadmau5, Richie Houghton, DJ Blondish, all music creators, producers, you know, sound designers in their own right, all partners of the Sandbox with spaces that are actively being developed. We will have in the roadmap the ability for you to host live content in your land. And we're talking about like live video production that is in the digital space. Obviously you could have it up on a YouTube or whatnot, but this is taking it into the metaverse and then being able to host that concert live as well. You could also schedule out audio rolls directly. So you could say, hey, at this time I'm going to update the NFT, and now you get this new drop of this new album. And then inside there, you're like, oh, you love the song? You love what I'm doing here? You love my 1 hour playlist that I'm rolling out here? Hey, go buy it. You got this NFT over here that you can check out anytime. You could do the reverse of that. We saw, I think, I can't remember exactly who was on earlier, but I was in a call with, I think, Lil Uzi Vert earlier today. I wasn't actively speaking, just listening in, right? But nonetheless, they were talking about selling NFT albums. So you could use an album that you sell as a gate access pass to your land, and then when users get into that land, they're listening to that album in your land. So there's a lot of options, right? A lot of cool things that you can do. but definitely interested in and building things around music producers, sound designers right now. Specifically knowing that we have these big partnerships like the Snoop Dogg partnerships and the Richie Ottens and the Deadmau5 and all those, DJ Blondish, right? More, of course, coming. So, lots of cool stuff. What's with the blue sweater? Backspace says. Well, you can't see that square, but, you know, it's a good day for Microsoft today, if you didn't know. They're working on Metaverse stuff. Just recently acquired Activision Blizzard. So, you know, let's celebrate it. Let's celebrate. Welcome them to the Metaverse. Now, you know, Microsoft, give us a call. We'll talk NFTs. All right, let's see here. Is the second alpha out? Not yet. It will be soon. How can I contact you for confirming my address? Because your Twitter can't DM. Oh, FA, you could DM me via Discord. You can check it out. My Discord name in the Sandbox official channel is Orange. If you have other issues, you could DM me. You could @ me. You could @ on Twitter and say, hey, follow me. And then I'll follow you and we can DM back and forth that way. But, you know, once again, FA, you're going to have to give me some kind of like verification where this is like, hey, like I commented at this time, this word, blah, 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 so that I know that I'm getting the right one. How Wizzy the Blue Hat up price? Well, people want it, I guess, right? If people are buying, that's, you know, it's a free hat we're giving away in these streams. As they become more and more rare, of course, they become more and more desirable, and, you know, naturally people are going to want them. The original Wizzy asset, Wizzy the Blue, the character, pretty popular. Wizzy the Golden, popular as well. There was a Santa Wizzy that we gave away exclusively last year before Christmas. You know, that one, once again, pretty popular. So you're seeing those things, you know, they're organically growing. People want to see them, want to have them in their games, want to show them off. And when they see them, like, you know, what you see here, right now, my character wearing the Wizzy the hat, the special edition one that Alex made just 10 of. He gave away one as a celebration for having 5,000 people following him on Twitter. That's @Kamisaze. So thank him for creating these wonderful assets. All right. Zovan says, hey, Jose. What's up? GJ Alpha V2, The Lost Realm is on page 80. All right, let's jump into that. Let's jump into that. The Awesome Mess says, yeah, 2 weeks wasn't enough time for me, but I'm happy with what I was able to create by myself and working a full-time job. Definitely understand. It's interesting about the nature of these kind of game jam events, right? Because a lot of game jams are designed in an even faster time block. They're like, hey, what can you make in 24 hours or whatever, right? So for us, having these like kind of longer timelines, you know, yeah, it's interesting. Like you almost kind of want to take it and half build a game, right? Like just build a game right now and get it ready. And like if it fills in the slot of what the game jam was, maybe you're ahead of the curve. If for some reason it doesn't, then you'll have something ready and prepared for publishing in the Metaverse later. So there's different, you know, and once again, I stress that those people who are creating games, if for some reason you don't win, that's okay. You know, let's work on your game here. Maybe we can get you eligible for creating in the Game Makers Fund. Otherwise, you've got 166,464 lands out there. Some of these partners that the Sandbox has right now, we're looking at these partners and they have 24 by 24 space, 512 lands they need to build on, right? Well, do they have enough manpower to build all those games, all those experiences, all those art showcases, all those marketplaces? Probably not. Not right now. And you could be that person. So the skills you're developing now can be useful and turned into a career very quickly in the Metaverse. I mean, heck, that sale Microsoft bought Activision for to create Metaverse content over the next, I don't know, 5-10 years, right? They spent almost $69 billion with a B to purchase Activision Blizzard outright, right? So that's money coming in that's being used to go toward the Metaverse. you can guarantee those kinds of investments are going to be pretty universal as we go in the long-term roadmap, not just for the Sandbox, but all over. Steve Aoki, good point. Meta Jesus, I forgot about that because that was one of the Snoop Dogg land sales. Steve Aoki, huge in the NFT space, constantly picking up interesting things, talking about really cool stuff. Just everybody's coming in here with these big, music producing names. These big celebrity names are picking these lands up right now. So, all right, let's see what we can do here. This is starting an adventure in hard mode. The Metaverse have collide all realms together and set a new possibility. Explore this world is just the beginning. Okay, I would suggest, and this is not a slight against anybody, but I understand that most developers are not first English speaking citizens, right? You may be from Japan, you may be from the Philippines, you may be from Korea, maybe you're from India, all over the world, right? If that is not your first language, I would recommend that you use Microsoft Word or Google Docs, some service that's going to correct your grammar for you. Do all of the work of translating to English, yes, and then put it into Word so that Word will just underline it with that red line and it'll say, hey, this isn't written correctly. It'll give you a suggestion that'll be much more clear, and that's okay. So, I would have written this as saying the Metaverse has collided, period. All realms have smashed together and set a new possibility, or set out a new possibility, something like that. Exploring this world is just the beginning, right? So, written quite differently than the way that it was read there, but nonetheless, that's just it takes time to kind of understand, because English is already like 4 different languages just squished together. So that can be very hard to. I mean, even as I said it out loud and tried to correct that, it took me like 3 tries in my brain to go, that's what would make sense with what you're feeling. Because I can get what you're trying to say, but not always will that feeling come through. All right, hi, my name is Thiara. Will you help me find some treasures? Sure, I'll help. Why not? Happy hunting. All right. Wait, hold up. I feel like this is the pathway that might be going somewhere, but it does not. This doesn't go anywhere. So many new adventurers appear from that red portal. Oh, hi. Oh, hey. What's up, small child? Yeah? Oh, okay, there we go. It opened. But in order to have that open, oh, yeah, okay. I had to push E on that to manually open it. So it's possible to make it that when you finish speaking with Thiara, so Thiara Kampa, right? You can make it so that when I hit sure I will help, the door automatically opens. So your users will see that that door opens as a result of them having that conversation. I just want to jump down. Oh, hey, I got a coin. Wonder if those will be useful later. No, I don't want to jump because there might be more spinning coins. Wait, hold up. Treasure? Bro. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, this guy wants a fight now, huh? Alright, I got 2 of the treasures. Good thing I didn't just jump right off. Needed to get that treasure. Probably a way over there. Oh, wait. Okay. Interesting. Some of the trees have no collision, and some of them have collision on. I don't know why. Oops. I think I would like it better if all of the trees had collision on, or they just weren't there. Oops, I did not jump. Oh well. I'll try another way. What's up, Gorilla Man? Oh, okay, the bumper. Not a fan. Gorilla? Totally fine. No worries. Okay, this is a healing station. Very nice. Lots of people use this as a healing station, so makes sense. Activate from the lever at the top. Lever? Lever? What do I now do? Alright. I'm gonna get up here. Oh, you can climb the little shrubberies. Okay. Uh-oh. I get up here just to fight this guy. Okay. Are there treasures I missed? Hope not. Okay. The treasure chests you have to push E on, but the coins, do you? Can't recall. Can't recall if I had to push E on the coins. We'll find out in a second. Let me get to the next coin. Okay, that's a thing I can climb, and I know that now. There's a coin over here. No! Okay. Nice alternate way to get up here. Oh, okay. Right, barbarian guy. Get the heck out of here. Okay. Oh, hey, what's up? It does seem like I could just walk through the coins, but have to pick up the treasure. Yeah, so I feel like that's. I mean, obviously it's a choice, right? You can do whatever, but I would make it be one or the other, personally, so that things are just a little more consistent in that way. How do I get? Can I stand on this tree? I cannot. Gotta be a way to get up higher, right? I got a platform up there of some kind. I'll jump on this. still walk through. See, I'm walking through multiple kinds of trees now. That's that's probably okay. It just seems weird. Seems out of place. So close. So close. Alright. What am I missing? Because if you want to reach your high places, dive deep first. I guess that's what I'm missing. Let's go. Go spelunking, dude. Let's go get it. Here we go, Barbarian. Pretty easy. These are still easy, you know? Combats aren't really a challenge. Treasure. Skeleton's attack range should be a little bit longer so that I can't do that. Okay. Oh, this is back where I was. Whoa. Alright, let's see here. I want to make sure I don't miss any of these questions that are coming up in the chat. Looks like my scroll bar is really long right now. Resnick says, this looks fun. It is. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright, let's see. Who picks the Game Jam themes? Those are always picked by the internal teams. And or, depending on arrangements, we've had some that are related around partnerships in the past. How can I bribe them to do a sci-fi game jam? Sport-themed game jam is cool, but doesn't suit my game. Hey, we were doing one for the Alpha Season 2. It just ended, like, a couple hours ago. But nonetheless, you may see some that are open-ended. And if they are open-ended, then of course, you can make some great sci-fi game happen right there. It's so weird that you can walk through trees for me in this game. Because I look at this tree and I think this is an obstacle that's going to help, like, make it harder to get around these tiles, right? Like, it's going to be a struggle. And then it's just like, nah, you just walk around through. It's fine. Oh, weehoo. Alright, so we're grabbing the treasure. We got everything in here, but I didn't get the way to go up higher. What do we got? Must be over here, must be this. Not delivery. Alright, okay. barbarians never stood a chance. We're getting some of those nice little majestic symbols. Okay, can I jump on this tree? No. Nope, just fall through the tree. Alright, okay. Still having a bit of a hard time with that one, but... How do we get across? This tree is here. I can't tell if these trees are going to have collision or... Okay, this thing. Okay, here we go. Okay. That's going to go down. Do I want to go down here? Sure. And it's going to go back up. Okay. I like the exploration aspects of this very much. You know, everything kind of twists and turns inside itself in a good way. Doesn't seem like the treasures are going to be too hard to find, but I might have missed one along the way. Whoop! Okay. I like the fact that I really can't just cheat up all of these spaces, you know? Everything seems to be well thought out in terms of like the jumping puzzle components of this. Good thing that was the edge of the world, or I definitely would have fell off of it. Yeah, I gotta make sure I didn't miss anything here. Sure enough, I would have missed... Okay, can I go in the door, though? Let's go this way. Here we go. Heal up a little bit. There was a climbable space, so maybe I should be climbing here. Okay, alright. I'm climbing, but why? Do I need to? Doesn't look like it. At last slash, they always go all the way. They dive through. That's not on you, that's just the mechanic. That's how it works. Okay, I want to go down there because it's a natural trail, but also I want to just jump on the roof because that's the unnatural direction. And there it is, treasure. And you've got more treasures than I can collect for the quest, which is interesting. Because it does reward the exploration without punishing them for missing one thing way back before. So I like that. You know, your users can rest easy knowing that they won, they did the thing, they got all the secret special things. And then there may be like there's an opportunity there for like a completionist's route, right? Total sand. This guy knows what's up. This guy's trying to make that money. Oh. The service automaton heals. Saw that once before, just yesterday. All right, we got some space back here, more things to climb. Oh. All right. Congrats, you're a pro. You made it here. Now keep going. MLG. Here we go. Best in the game. What's this? Sign. The stairs may lead to somewhere else. Make sure you explore this floor. Oh. Well, heck yeah, dude. Let's keep on going, friend. Hey, look at all this. Look at all these people. We're hanging out. We're chilling. More treasure to be had over here. Look at this. Big old Sandbox logo over there. I'll bet you there's more cool stuff up here than anybody would know what to do with. I like it because it's like an expansive sort of what is this? The bots invade this place when the metaverse happened. Please destroy them before they do more damage to this world. Alright, sure. No robots. We got wave 2, we got round 2 out here. So you already get this sense that you've beaten it, and then it's like, hey, by the way, you can do more. You can be the very best. Like no one ever was, you know? Oh my... Oh. Woo! Okay. Alright. Alright. Woo! Interesting. Okay, that's the first time I've ever in my life been excited for an invisible wall. So here's a cool thing that you can do. Here's a cool thing you can do with this invisible wall right here, or this invisible roof, rather. Is you can place, I believe it's water or transparent layer. You can do it clear. Look up a guide on this because I'm not an expert at it off the top of my head. But it's possible to make it so that you place a layer of objects that deal damage to you based on proximity, and the damage number is 0, right? So you don't actually hurt the player, but it gives that visual effect. And what that will do is make it look like I'm walking on air, but like a force field on the ground as I'm going onto it. So it'll be like, brrr, and this trail of like little light blue track pops up here. It's a bit taxing on the engine, but nonetheless, if you want to make, if you want to have a ground that is a transparent floor, then it's a good looking effect for that. Let me get you, robot. How about that? Ooh. I have a very large screen, so this hurts a little. It's a lot of brightness. A lot of blue, if you can't tell, on my face. Oh, it took some damage. I like the attack radius on these bots. They're a little bit more aware. They're picking me up. Okay. Alright. Man, great use of space because we're using up almost all of the vertical space. So that's quite good. Okay, what do we got here? Well, first of all, these guys are just flying right past. Welcome to the landing platform. This is a sanctuary, a neutral place, and we are a peacekeeping force. Alright, I like that. Hey, this guy right here, again, this is a little nitpicky, but Peacekeeper says, I heard there was another red portal open from the low sector. That's fine. Maybe they call it the low sector. Have you know about it? It should say, have you heard about it, or have you seen it, or, you know, do you have information about it? Those sorts of things. Okay. booster is damaged. Needs immediately repaired. Woo! So many works to do. So this would say so much work to do. Again, it's just a little simple thing, but I want to make sure that I'm as helpful as possible to you on this. Hey, congratulations! You made this far. You made it this far. You are so good at parkour skills. Did you enjoy the game? Do you enjoy the game? I guess those are interchangeable. That's good. Do you enjoy the game? Yes. The story will be continued in another Metaverse map, Z World. Do you want to stay and take in the views, or do you want to finish the game? I think I'll finish the game. It's quite good. It plays. I think the level design, like the layout, is great. It does a fantastic job of, you know, making skill-based platforming a thing. Excuse me. You do get the sense of satisfaction from finishing it. Boy, I sure, I want to go back and do that question mark, but I guess one thing to note here is I talked to this guy. I did enjoy. Yes, I would like to finish the game. Didn't give me a victory screen. So you could do that, where that's a quest when that completes, and that's your victory trigger. But again, that's, I guess, optional. It's up to you. That question mark down there makes me want to go back and complete it, but also it's so far away that I think I would... Yeah, I would want to... I would want to restart, almost, to go back and do that, because I see it and I'm compelled by it. The game is good enough to do it again. But of course, for this stream, I probably won't do that. I'll just go ahead and do the exit here. But great game. Great game. The victory quest, or victory on that. Oh. Looks like it quit the whole game maker there to do that. Yeah, victory screen there, you know. So what we'll go ahead and do is I'm going to open up the game maker, yes. But I am going to place a form in the chat so that we can have another Wizzy hat winner here today. And then beyond that, of course, we are going to go into the AMA session. So if you have questions about the sandbox, I'm going to be all on the chat here addressing those questions for the next probably 10 or 15 minutes or so before we close out the show for today. Also, if you have games that you would like me to play, your games, if I missed it, put those down here, because I'll take notes today. We'll take, once again, tomorrow off. That's my Wednesday, your Thursday. We don't have a show for the nightly show then, but Alex is here on Wednesday at, I believe, 2 p.m. his local time on Wednesdays. Maybe it's later than that. Maybe it's a 5 p.m. show. I'll double check there. But join us for the show tomorrow. Alex and Lucas will be live. And then, of course, we will also have show Thursday, Friday, Saturday again. My time, that might be your Sunday, and then I'll take Sunday off. So we got lots of programs coming up for you, but definitely having a good time, great game. Yeah, you know what? I'm not too worried about it, to be honest with you, Casper. If anybody, nobody's, if they want to send me emails, feel free, I guess. You know what I mean? No big deal. It's come up so many times, Casper, and frankly, if I have it up there for 3 seconds, I might as well have it up there for an hour, because you can go back and watch this later over on youtube.com/thesandboxgame. Pause it, So it's essentially a junk mailbox for me at this point anyway. I've got 4 or 5 different emails, so you know how it is. But let's see here. Where is Lucas? Is he lurking, or did he miss out on this one? I saw Lucas commenting earlier, so they're probably out, hanging out here. Cody Zine agrees. Very good game. And Cody, Cody was the face in the chair yesterday along with Lozen, hanging out for that interview. So, it's a very good compliment right there. Very good compliment. And I agree. It was a very good game. Played that game for a good, 40, 45 minutes. Didn't even complete that optional quest down there. Was compelled to want to go back and do it. And that was it appeared to be, maybe it was a 2x2, but I think that was a 1x1. So a lot of building going into verticality, a lot of great mechanic, great challenging, interesting, compelling, jumping, puzzle-ish things going on there. Just some really simple things that I mentioned as we went through. So really fantastic stuff going on there. Are you still going to be playing games for those that didn't make it in for this game jam? Yeah, I'll play any game you want. You know, if you're developing games and you're not concerned with a game jam, great, let's play. Let's get the feedback going. Again, the focus of these streams is not just, I mean, it's kind of threefold, right? Obviously, I'm going to give you news about the Sandbox. We will play in social hubs. Occasionally, we may go do alpha content when that launches, right? And I'm sure we will, because that's what Alex and I were doing on this time block before. But of course, we're going to play your games as well. I want to make sure your games are ready for the Metaverse. If you want feedback, or if you want feedback just so you can prepare for the next game jam, maybe you're going to like halfway develop a game and then see what the theme is later. And as long as it's not sci-fi, you don't have to completely rebuild it, right? So a lot of different things going on. But I'm going to make notes of the things in the chat here for games that we're going to play on Saturday. I'm going to open responses to the form here, make sure that the responses are individual. Limit when response, collect emails. Here we go. Okay. Send. Shorten this URL for you. Okay, so there's a link in the chat if you're interested in picking up the NFT Wizzy the Blues hat. That is the link right here. And then once again, I'm going to go back and we're going to check out the questions here for a couple of minutes. Probably about 9 more minutes here on the questions here. But once again, fantastic game there. Loving what I'm seeing. A lot of these games in the drafts gallery, whether they are top 10 winners in this game jam or not, you're making great content. And that goes to say that, you know, if you took that game and you said, hey, this is the game that I have published right now in the gallery, and you showed that to half of the people who have purchased land already, they may say like, hey, I really like what you're doing. Can you integrate that with my brand? Right? And you take that game and you just reflect that right into the brand. All of a sudden, you've got a partnership and you are a developer and you are getting paid to do this work inside the Metaverse. So a lot of money going into Metaverses. Once again, I mentioned earlier on in the stream, I'm wearing my Microsoft Windows shirt today because Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard for nearly $69 billion today to help develop Metaverse content and pick up those big IPs for their platform. So, you know, money's coming into the Metaverses as we go. Animoca Brands got a big funding round today. That's the parent company of the Sandbox, specifically for developing Metaverses and NFTs. So money's coming in, you know. So get yourself out there, get your skills built, and then get that feedback, of course, right here on these streams. All right, let's see. Feedback coming in. Chilios10 over on Twitch says, I like watching them play to see how clever people do things. I think that's what catches my attention the most. I agree. You can definitely learn a lot just by seeing things be done and then thinking about like, oh, how did that work? And Alex and I have run into that when the people in the community have innovated. You know, we talk about the FPS mechanics, and that was mentioned and how that's done in box edit currently, and later on ranged attacks will be enabled in a more legitimate way, of course, but there's all sorts of different ways to do things. The first time we saw a teleport mechanic come in, you know, they did it in a style. Cyber Dragon had done this where it was like an RPG where you were in a big house and you walked to the door and you teleported, and then it took you out of the big house and it made the house appear to be small, like an old school, like 1997 RPG on a PlayStation or something, or you know, an SNES RPG where the buildings are now tiny and your character looks huge, right? And so there are lots of different cool, interesting things you can do with the Game Maker. It's just seeing them in action. I think it can be really inspiring for sure. Alan Barrett 2 says, how would someone get in contact to help develop for the partners? Well, you can send in your application to the Game Makers Fund, and we take those game makers, right, and they actively work on those partnerships. All right. Seeing a lot of good suggestions coming in for the Alpha Game Jam playtests, so we'll do those playtests once again. I'll take this particular Wednesday, again, Wednesday's my time, off, and then we'll come back on Thursday and we'll play some of these games. So I'm going to take probably 3 or 4 of these and put them in a list as we go. Can you restore my deleted game from your end? G is us. Please send a support ticket in via the Discord for those sorts of things, because there are much more talented coding folks than myself that would handle that potentially. Really depends. I'm not sure of all the details on that, but I know Alex has helped, so maybe tag Alex in the comment in the support section, and maybe Alex can get the right person referred to it. But nonetheless, let's see. How much experience should we have if we want to apply for the Creator Fund? Experience is an interesting one, right? Because I don't think experience matters as much as knowing the tool and saying this is what I've already made, right? If you know the tool and this is what you've already made, a number of days, minutes, months, years experience doesn't really matter. It's can you do a thing when you are asked to do a thing, if that makes sense. So we've got some partners that are going on right now that, you know, they really want to get in on the alpha. And we need a lot of people, you know, to crash down and possibly get this project done if they're going to get in on the alpha on time. Because we have a short window for the alpha. You know, when is it coming? It's going to be coming soon. So that skill is going to matter. Again, it's not going to matter so much about, like, how long have you been doing it? Lawson says, it's so cute that Joseph coordinates his sweaters with his gains. Yeah, it's not really so much. I don't invest in Microsoft. You know, not that they're not great. I actually like them a lot. I love the idea of, like, that kind of Game Pass mechanic. It's pretty cool. And of course, we're always very interested in hanging out, chatting, talking about partnerships and whatnot. So if Microsoft needs some advisors for the NFT or Metaverse space, hey, you know, hit us up at the Sandbox. We got answers. Yes, J Moon, in the form, you do need to give your Sandbox wallet address, because that's the only way I can give you the NFT. D Animal Cilantro says, dude, I started modeling last week, modeling in VoxEdit, I assume. And listening to YouTube's, I modeled, rigged, and animated a bunch of assets. That's awesome. That's really cool. It's funny, I was talking to a friend who, you know, obviously I've been in the Sandbox for a long time. And I was talking to one of my friends who's known all about it, right? And the other day they were like, how do you even do the animation? Like, because they've tried and they've tried and they've tried, but they can't figure it out. And I told them, like, hey, you know, you make the forearm as one of its own asset, and then you kind of click them together, you know, like Legos, essentially in the modeler when you're rigging things together, so that, you know, the shoulder controls the whole arm, but then the elbow can move independently, and the wrist independently therein, and the fingers there, if you made fingers, independently as well. And then they were like, whoa, and like it really clicked for them. So it's always interesting, right, when you do watch those videos and you get that stuff going. Any advice on a limit for using assets on a 1x1? Yeah, I mean, limit is your opinion. If it's a rave, then you have a ton of assets. But if it's a nature scene, you probably don't have a ton of assets. If it's a nature scene that's overrun in a zombie apocalypse, then maybe you got a ton of assets. It really all depends on the narrative. What about the Creator Fund, buddy? When is it opening again? Creator Fund is always open, always expanding. There's an average of about 100 submissions a day. But once again, every time a transaction is processed, whether it be direct to you land sales or secondary sales on a LooksRare and OpenSea, right? Some of that transaction fee that you see that goes to the Sandbox, that is what we put back into the Creator Fund. You know, the operations costs, the Creator Fund stuff, like you can check it out on the white paper, the full details of how that financing goes. But, you know, we had 7,000 ETH processing of transactions on secondary last week. So, you know, a portion of that is going right back to that Creator Fund. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close down the form now, and I'm going to draw from this form. I just want to make sure that once again I give myself some good, unique responses. I'm seeing a lot of YouTubes, a lot of Twitches. That's cool. Good to see. What is it? There's a little chunk of Facebook folks out there. There we go. All right, so let's get a drawing on this here. Good amount of people in the chat today. A little more than usual. It's nice to see. At least, you know, for these weekday streams. So we had 412 submissions, and I rolled a 372 on this one. So, sorry, Cody, you were the first submission today on the forum. So this comes back to Facebook. Wow, Facebook winner. Facebook winner, folks. Facebook winner over here. Forgive me if I say your name really badly. I apologize. Sirapus Chalupang. Sirapus Chalupang. Hopefully I said that somewhere okay. Somewhere in the rounds of okay. Nonetheless, I've got your username, which is your real name, I assume. I've got your ETH wallet address on there, so thank you for filling this out correctly. I appreciate that. And I'll put you in the form for distribution from Alex. And hopefully that distribution will come through relatively soon. It'll take just a little while to get that out, but nonetheless, really cool stuff. Once again, thank you for hanging out. It's not called Meta. G is us. Interestingly enough, if you don't know how this works, so like YouTube and Google are owned by a company called Alphabet. Facebook and the Oculus company and those others are owned by a company called Meta. So that's kind of how they do that. I'm sure they'll have their own product. Maybe they'll just call it Verse. I don't know. For any Metaverse product that they may come up with in the future. But nonetheless, you know, we welcome all. We just happen to love the crypto side of things, the decentralized side of things, the player-owned and controlled side of things. So, Hallelujah asks over on Twitch, who won? Well, the winner was Sirapus Chalupang over on Facebook.com. Once again, congratulations to that. It's his, you know, we don't get a lot of Facebook winners, so it's nice to see the Facebook viewers, to see the Facebook winners, you know, a little proportional thing there. And once again, it has been a great good morning, afternoon, and evening show. I'm seeing a recommendation here. Jazzwolf24 says Rock 808 is streaming the Sandbox right now. So, in just a little bit here, I'm going to go over to twitch.tv/thesandboxgame, and I am going to raid Rock right here. So if you're watching over on Twitch, stick with us as I start to close out the show. I'm going to go into the ending of the show page so that I can handle all the work therein of getting us in there. But let's go raid them. Let's go have some fun. I'll turn on a little music until then. Thank you once again for hanging out, or you know, sticking with us, having fun. And we will be back Thursday. See you then.